Welcome to the Academy of Modern Martial Arts instructional video series. Today we're going to take a look at the fundamental portion of the first three kicks that we teach. That's going to be the front thrust kick, the round kick, and the side kick. Today we're going to focus on the proper position of the foot and the proper direction of force for each of those techniques. Much like we discussed in the punching drill, the structure of the striking implement, in that case it was the fist and the hand, is equally as important when it comes to our feet and kicking. So for the front thrust kick, we're going to be striking with the ball of the foot. If that was my hand, it would be like pushing my hand forward, but pulling my toes back so that it's just the ball of the foot that's exposed. Easiest way to find that spot for yourself is to get up on the ball of the foot, and right there we create a straight line from the leg down into the ball of the foot. That is the striking surface for the front thrust kick. The next thing we're going to look at with the front thrust kick is the direction of force. We want to pretend for our practice example that there's perhaps a box on the floor in front of us. We don't want our legs swinging up through that space, or if I turn sideways for you, again, if there were a box here, it's not about my foot swinging through this space, it's about being able to pick the foot up and heading out over the top of that box so that we're here and we're striking with the ball of the foot in that direction of force that goes in. When it comes to the round kick, we're going to very quickly look at the foot position. And for the round kick, we're going to be pointing our toes, and we're going to be aiming to strike with the top of the laces or the very lowest portion of our shin. So the round kick direction of force, we're going to bring the knee up, and it's going to come around, again striking with top of laces or the edge of the shin. And again, if that box were there, we're going to come up over that technique, bring it back behind us again, just like so. When it comes to the side kick, we're going to look at striking with the rolled edge of the heel. And what that looks like is rolling to the outside of the foot, but pulling the toes up so it is the heel and the heel alone that is making contact with the floor. And the direction of force or the body mechanic for the side kick is more like a stomp than it is a swing of the leg. When we imagine throwing that side kick, not only will we have that box in front of us, we'll also act as if we're on a narrow airplane aisle. We don't want our leg coming up to the outside. Here we want that leg to come up in front of us and then straight out over that box. Again, as if we're in a nice narrow space and we have to pick that foot up and bring that out. So I'm going to have Sifu Christine come out, and she's going to do the faux hand pad holding, again as a form of practice, so you can look at these three kicks at home. Again, the main thing we want to think about here is that these hand pad drills and these partner drills for kicking in particular are meant to be done as a form of coordination and targeting and timing rather than for power. Please, Sifu Christine.
Hello, so again, we're going to be cupping the hand so that when the ball of the foot places into the hand, I'm not extended all the way out like this where I can damage any of the soft tissues that are in my hand. So we're going to take two kicks slow, and then we'll have two kicks going all the way through, just to accentuate that coming over the box and making certain that the movement comes from the knee for the kick rather than the foot moving through space and time. You want to have the knee doing the movement. So as I say one, he'll be picking up his knee, two will be the extension, and then putting the foot back down. So if we start with that front kick, we go 1, 2, and then he puts it back down. And then 1, brings it up, 2, puts it back down. Now once we got it slow, we can do them quickly, or at a speed that he can still maintain his position. 1, kick, and back. 2, kick, and back. And then we can have Sifu relax. So what we're looking for there is making certain that that knee does the movement so that we wouldn't hit that box. One of the things that you could do is if you have a broomstick or whatnot, you can put that down right below their knees here, so they have to come up and over top of it as they're doing a kick. Next will be the round kick. For the round kick, you want to use the same side hand that they're kicking with so that you are protecting your own self. If I go here and he kicks it, my elbow is extended, and this is where I could start to injure my own self as that kick hits my hand. Whereas if I take the same side, turn the palm backwards, if he kicks it, my elbow has the ability to move and bend with it, so I can absorb and recoil any of that kick. if for some reason it gets a little bit out of hand, remembering that it's all about doing it with control and getting that coordination within the body. So we'll do these slow again. This is where he will bring up the knee, extend the kick, and go back. One will be bringing up the knee, two will be the kick, and return. Starting with that round kick. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then he returns. Then you can do it much more quickly, and I just count, and he does the kick. 1, and 2. And he returns. Again, you see it just in that palm of the hand as we're doing it. The nice part about the side kick is I can get that heel and that rolled edge to go right in the palm of my hand if I'm doing this. And I want to make certain that I give them a little bit of feedback so that they don't do that kick and potentially a fall forward and lose their body positioning. So let's see if we get back in his stance. We'll break it up into 2 steps. 1 will be pulling the knee up. 2 will be extending it out as the kick and then returning. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then once they get that, you can do it a little bit quicker. And back. 2. And back. And relax. Again, making certain that as they're doing it, it's the knee that is moving, and they're maintaining a slight bend in their standing or supporting foot so that they're not coming up and down as they're doing the kick, but they're maintaining that body posture of soft knees, bent knees, so they have some mobility with their kicking.
Absolutely. Just to reinforce what Sifu Christine just said about the knee traveling, and to give you an example of that, looking sideways, if I bring my front kick up and my knee stays in place and my foot is down here, the only possible arc is for my kick to come upwards from where it resides. And that's not really a front thrust kick, that's more like a scuff upwards. So what she's referring to is ensuring that I bring my knee as close to my body as possible. You can step out of the way. I bring my knee as close to my body as possible, and I bring it up and outward rather than up here and up, but that I hike my knee up and push it away from my chest and create that drive forward. So we see my knee actually moving and traveling in that. When it comes to the side kick, same thing. The side kick is not about bringing the knee out and throwing the lower portion of the leg, but rather it's about drawing your knee towards your opposite shoulder and pushing that knee out and allowing that knee to travel from here out that direction for the side kick. Once again, thanks for tuning in. We hope those are some helpful tips that will allow you to make the most out of your home practice. Thank you.